Welcome to my Chanel Old Gold Coins. Today videos is one you won't to miss. We're diving into the world of coins. So let's get it started. The coin shown in your image is a 1983 Lincoln cent, commonly known as a penny, which holds a significant place in the history of U.S. coinage due to the pivotal changes that occurred around this time in its composition and minting process. This coin, part of the Lincoln cent series, continues the design first introduced in 1909 to honor the centennial of Abraham Lincoln's birth. The obverse features the familiar bust of Lincoln facing right, designed by Victor David Brenner, whose initials, VDB, were later restored to the reverse below the Lincoln Memorial in earlier versions, although not visible on this obverse only image. The inscriptions on the front include, "In God We Trust" at the top, "Liberty" to the left of Lincoln's profile, and the minting year, 1983, on the right. A key factor that sets the 1983 Lincoln cent apart is its composition. This year marked the first full year that all Lincoln cents were made from a copper-plated zinc core, following the composition change that started midway through 1982. Prior to this change, pennies were composed of 95% copper and 5% zinc. The shift to a 97.5% zinc core with a 2.5% copper plating was driven by the rising cost of copper, which was making the production of pennies economically unsustainable. This change resulted in a noticeable difference in the coin's weight, from 311 grams for copper pennies to 2.5 grams for the new zinc-based coins, and introduced new challenges in the minting process, including frequent plating bubbles and other die-related errors. The 1983 Lincoln cent you've shown appears to have been struck at the Philadelphia Mint, which, during this period, did not use a mint mark on cents. This means that any 1983 penny with no mint mark is presumed to be from Philadelphia. While the coin in your image seems to be in circulated condition, collectors often examine such coins for specific error types or varieties that could significantly increase their value. One of the most sought-after varieties is the 1983 doubled die reverse, DDR, where the lettering and columns on the reverse show clear signs of doubling. Although we cannot see the reverse in your image, it's always recommended for collectors or hobbyists to inspect this side closely using a loupe or microscope. Another rare and valuable error variety involves 1983 cents struck on leftover bronze planchets from 1982, which can be identified by their heavier weight and distinct color. These transitional errors can be worth thousands of dollars when authenticated and graded. Speaking of grading, the value of a 1983 Lincoln cent is heavily influenced by its condition or grade, determined by its level of wear and eye appeal. Coins are typically graded on the Sheldon scale from 1 to 70, with mint state MS coins ranging from MS60 to MS70 being the most pristine. Circulated coins with visible wear and minor blemishes generally hold little numismatic premium unless they exhibit unique errors. An uncirculated 1983 Lincoln penny might be worth between 25 cents to a few dollars, while high-grade examples or error coins can fetch significantly more, depending on market demand and rarity. Reputable grading companies such as PCGS, Professional Coin Grading Service, and NGC, Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, can provide expert authentication and grading, which is particularly useful when verifying error varieties or unusual characteristics. Another aspect to consider with 1983 pennies is their importance in educational and entry-level collecting. As these coins are relatively recent and were produced in large quantities, they are often used by new collectors to learn about die varieties, planchet issues, and mint mark identification. The change in metal composition also makes them ideal for science demonstrations or tests involving sound, weight, and density to distinguish copper from zinc-based cents. For instance, a simple drop test on a hard surface produces a duller sound in zinc cents versus the ring-like tone from copper ones. Overall, the 1983 Lincoln cent is more than just a common coin. It serves as a reflection of economic shifts, technological changes in minting, and evolving public sentiment toward coinage. While your specific example may or may not carry significant monetary value depending on its grade and whether it exhibits rare error characteristics, it remains an important artifact in American numismatics. Collectors, historians, and casual enthusiasts alike continue to seek out and study these coins not only for their potential worth, but also for the broader story they tell about the nation's monetary evolution. If you're looking to determine whether your coin has any special varieties or errors, or you're considering selling or keeping it, I recommend weighing it precisely to see if it might be a rare copper transitional error, and having the reverse examined closely for doubling. Let me know if you'd like help identifying possible features or if you can share an image of the reverse side. I'd be happy to assist further. The 1998 United States 1-cent coin, commonly referred to as the Lincoln penny, is a small yet historically significant coin that carries over a century of American tradition and symbolism. Issued by the United States Mint, the 1998 penny features the familiar profile of President Abraham Lincoln on the obverse front, a design that has been in continuous use since 1909, the centennial of Lincoln's birth. This portrait, created by Lithuanian-born sculptor Victor David Brenner, was the first time a real person appeared on a regular issue U.S. coin. The image of Lincoln, facing right, remains one of the most enduring and recognizable portraits in American coinage. Surrounding Lincoln's bust are the inscriptions, "In God We Trust," at the top, "Liberty" on the left, and the year 1998 on the right. Depending on the mint of origin, the coin may bear a mint mark below the date, a D for Denver, or no mint mark for Philadelphia. On the reverse back of the 1998 penny is the Lincoln Memorial, a design that replaced the original wheat ears reverse in 1959 to honor the 150th anniversary of Lincoln's birth. This reverse was designed by Frank Gasparo, who would later become the chief engraver of the U.S. Mint. The memorial is depicted in intricate detail, and with the aid of magnification, one can even see a tiny image of Lincoln seated inside, similar to the actual statue in Washington, D.C. This feature makes the Lincoln cent the only U.S. coin to depict the same individual on both sides. Above the memorial is the legend United States of America, and just below it is the motto, E pluribus unum, Latin for out of many, one. The bottom of the coin reads 1 cent, the coin's denomination. In terms of composition, the 1998 Lincoln cent follows the post-1982 standard, composed of 97.5% zinc and 2.5% copper plating. This modern zinc core replaced the traditional bronze alloy used before 1982, largely as a cost-saving measure due to the rising price of copper. While the thin copper layer gives the coin its familiar reddish appearance, the inner zinc core is silvery white and can be exposed if the coin is scratched or damaged. This makes the post-1982 pennies more prone to corrosion, especially if the copper layer wears away. The overall weight of the coin is approximately 2.5 grams, compared to the heavier 3.11 grams of the earlier bronze versions. The mintage of 1998 pennies was immense, with the U.S. Mint producing billions of coins at both the Philadelphia and Denver mints. As such, the 1998 penny is very common, and the vast majority of circulated examples are worth only their face value of 1 cent. However, certain versions, such as proof coins made for collectors, can have higher value. These proof coins, struck at the San Francisco Mint and bearing the S Mint mark, were specially produced using polished dies and planchets, resulting in highly detailed and mirror-like surfaces. They were not intended for circulation and are usually found only in collector sets. There are no widely recognized rare varieties or mint errors for the 1998 penny that have achieved legendary status, but minor die variations, doubling, or off-center strikes can still be of interest to collectors. Some hobbyists look for well-preserved mint state, MS examples or coins, with unique visual characteristics, such as toning or die cracks, which might appeal to specialized collectors. Beyond its physical characteristics, the 1998 penny represents a moment in American numismatic and cultural history. It was issued during a time when the penny's future was increasingly being questioned due to its low purchasing power and high production cost relative to its value. By 1998, the debate over whether to continue minting the penny had become more pronounced. Critics pointed out that it often cost more than 1 cent to produce each coin, especially when including factors like distribution and handling. Supporters, on the other hand, valued the coin's historical continuity, its psychological pricing utility, e.g., $1.99 instead of 2.0, and its role in teaching basic currency use to children. Despite these debates, the Lincoln cent remained deeply embedded in American society in 1998. For many Americans, pennies still carried sentimental value. Found in jars, sidewalks, and register trays, they were symbolic of everyday life, frugality, and the notion that small contributions can accumulate into greater wealth. The Lincoln cent was also commonly used in coin collections, with people attempting to collect each year and mint mark, often beginning with coins like the 1998 penny. In summary, the 1998 United States 1-cent coin is a modest yet historically rich item. While plentiful and generally of low individual value, it holds enduring significance due to its iconic design, its connection to Abraham Lincoln, and its role in the ongoing story of American coinage. Whether found in circulation, tucked away, in a collection, or examined under magnification, the 1998 penny is a tangible link to the economic and cultural life of the United States at the close of the 20th century.